love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Hello and welcome back to some more CS2 action. That's right, CS2, not CSGO. I know we've had plenty of these matches now, but I'm still super excited and hyped about it. This is the ESL Challenger League, Season 46, European Division. My name is Tom Pickering, and joining me on the microphone tonight, as usual, is the wonderful, the fantastic, the amazing Sam, aka Nari Mizuki. How are you doing, my dude?
I am really looking forward to tonight's matchup. This season has been pretty spicy. We spoke about this a little bit, but they've changed the format. It's no longer that double elimination. Now we're in groups again, so it really is a little bit of like a dog-eat-dog kind of scenario, and the teams are fighting it out for their spot in the playoffs. So looking forward to seeing what's going to transpire here this evening. Well,
there are two different matches going on tonight, so let's have a quick look at the schedule. This is obviously the B stream. On the main stream, there is... When it is up on our screen, there we go. It's actually going to be one win versus Movistar Riders. So that's going to be a bit of a banger, but I think one win should win that one, but we shall see. And we'll be casting Saw versus Looking4Org. So that's going to be the Portuguese versus the French, which is going to be one for the ages, I think. A couple of interesting potential matches. And on, not being streams, we have Eyeballers versus Rubik and Patera versus Iktha. But let's have a focus on Saw versus Looking4Org and break down their rosters.
Now, I'm really looking forward to this one because in the history of these two rosters, Saw always comes out on top. The core of this roster have been Heat, they've been Double Pony, and every time they play against Saw, they come up second best. And of course, changes have happened. Saw's current roster of Mutrus, Roman Story, U-Jerk, and newest member Arisdoce, very, very strong. U-Jerk's putting up a fantastic performance the last time we saw them play. And then over on Looking4Org, we've got Exercise, Joko, Maka, Lucky, and Haji, all names that you should be very, very familiar with. And hopefully they'll be able to, potentially actually mount a win over Saw this time.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. I really enjoy casting both of these teams, especially Saw. We've had them on our screens for a long time now. They're obviously a slightly different and adjusted squad. They've got the sweet rice pudding, aka Arisdoce, on their roster, and they impressed me a little bit last time we cast them, which was last Friday actually. And that was versus Pompa, and that went to overtime on both of their maps. Fairly interesting one. Second overtime actually on the second map, which was Vertigo. First one was Ancient. Do you think this is going to go all the way to the third map?
Well, see, this is the thing. We enjoyed the game that we saw last week, but let's face it, it shouldn't have been as close as it was. Saw really should have had a far stronger performance, especially against a team that is going through like crazy roster shuffles. They're still figuring things out. In fact, I'm not even sure if they're probably still playing tonight, but I know that there was like some shaky ground there because of roster issues. They're really struggling at the moment. And for Saw to allow that to go 2 maps into overtime before they could finally clinch it out was concerning. So now coming up against Looking4Org, it's a team they've played against very often in the past. It's a team they're relatively familiar with, but it's a team that is, I think, a little bit more stable at the moment than what they played up against last week. So this might actually end up being a pretty long series. On paper, you might think, well, this should be a fairly simple Saw win, particularly because they always win. They had a 2-0 victory against Looking4Org in the last Thunderpick series, but today, and the Saw that we saw on Friday, I'm not convinced. I think we might just get that third map.
Well, talking about maps, I'm going to make you carry on talking because we have actually been given access to the veto here, so we can switch on back and have a look at our lovely faces and quickly break down what maps are being dropped and what have actually been picked.
So first and foremost, we've got our, bans, and we're gonna get straight out the back Mirage and Inferno instantly yeeted out. It's always interesting to me when I see those absolute staple maps coming through as a first ban, but you know, fair enough. It is what it is. And much excitement for Tom and I, as it is the double A trouble of Anubis and Ancient that we're going to have for our first couple of maps. Very, very beloved maps. And then we head over to Vertigo, getting launched into the sun, as it should be. Nuke no longer going to be in the playing field. And our final map will be Overpass. Anubis, Ancient, Overpass. I think that is an amazing map pool, and honestly, if I had to cast those 3 maps for the next 2 months, I'd be happy.
Yeah, I love it when we're not seeing Mirage and Inferno on the map. I do enjoy both of those maps at times, but you know, they get a little bit redundant. We see them very often, so being able to see obviously the double A set up here, the Anubis and Ancient, that's really good. I think Ancient is going to be really dangerous for Looking4Org. They are a solid team on it, but it's Source Playgrounds. They have been proven very proficient on it, but obviously they went to overtime versus Pompa last week, which is not a good sign for them. Overpass again. I'm not sure where that's going to land. I'm going to go double check on my research notes on these maps and grab a cup of tea, because, you know, I'm British. And we're going to go into a quick break, and we'll be back very shortly. Don't go anywhere.
break up, don't speak for a couple of weeks. I'll be in his place till he calls and says he's sorry. This situation's on repeat, just like a scratch on a CD. It just gets deeper when you hit rewind. How many nights will you make this decision? Nights ending tears and it's blurring your vision. You know he don't love you, that you're holding on to. Scream through the phone even though he won't I'm doing everything he doesn't do, but I'm still not enough. Even your parents know I'm good for you, but I'm still not enough. You wanna be done with him, you're stuck with him, 'cause you don't have the guts. And after all I've done, I'm still not enough. Still at your place, trying to make it okay. He's miles away, I'm left here and you say that you just need someone caring for you. When will you see me more than you rescue?
All right, welcome back. We are going to be diving into the action on Anubis. It's going to be Looking4Org versus Saw.
Always exciting when we get to cast this map. Super happy to be jumping straight back into it. Of course, Looking4Org going to be here on the CT side, and it's a pistol rush.
Yeah, they're trying to bait out a little bit of action in towards that mid position, diving down towards water, up towards B. Meanwhile, Shochi is able to find a kill. Story with another. This is going to be going back and forth. Fairly spicy round. Haji does not expect Mutrus to go in for that peak. 2v4. Saw. They've already got the bomb down. Post-plant positions as well, looking good. They've got Story on the rear, covering up the flank. Palace is covered. Connectors, they've got two people down here. They know there was a player down towards this position. I mean, these players are just going to have to save. I mean, that's a diffuse kit, flash, and armor on Macro at least. Not sure if they'll live the whole time, though. It really depends if Saw want to give them a chance or not.
It looks like exits are the name of the game here. A very quick pistol round over in the line. Just for a little bit of back information here, the last time these two teams played on Anubis was when the core of Looking4Org was still heat, and it was a 16-7 in favor of Saw. That was in April, so a lot has changed since then. And Looking4Org, we were talking about it before we jumped back in. They've been on a pretty hot streak recently. They've been taking down some big names. No pun intended. So this is going to be a pretty exciting match.
Yeah, Anubis does worry me. It's very much still a T-sided map, and the MR12 economy at the moment favors the T-side massively as well. So it is really dangerous for Looking4Org to pick this. They must be feeling fairly confident and comfortable. Have they played against any teams in their recent live stream?
I will have a look.
Yeah, because it's a good map. It's interesting. It's obviously different, which is lovely to sort of see. Lucky has got that shotgun, holding towards mid. Meanwhile, Saw doing good work and good idea here. This is kind of what you want to do on Anubis. You want to wait, try and get an initial pick, some kills, then go in for some fairly easy setups. Clearly angles with your util. Try to create a bit of distance between you and, well, the SMGs, shotguns, or pistols that you could expect in this kind of round. Which is exactly what they're actually continuing to do. Roman likely to be the first one to head on in here. Smoke goes down towards the middle of this site. No, it's going to be Udrak sits towards connector. He's going to be getting dropped down. Hachi finds two from behind here. Roman with the spray down, completely blind. Still able to find two. There is a player over towards the CT position. Maybe they don't realize this. Lucky from behind though. He's going to be able to find a kill with the picked up Galil. And our exercise. Take down the Blaze. Macca's position is known, but it doesn't matter. The pistols, the shotguns, the SMGs, they reign supreme.
Beautiful recovery from Looking4Org there. And to your question, 13-9 against Team Spirit. 10-13 Movistar, so they lost that one. 19-17 against Aurora. 13-10 against Apex. And 13-8 against Big. So in the last 5 matches, they have lost it once.
Interesting, okay. So they are feeling pretty spicy on it. And you know what? They play that really well. If we were to go back and break down how they ended up playing that second round, after obviously having lost the first round very easily, they were able to play off each other as teammates superbly. Still new metas, smokes and stuff that could be worked out for this as well. So I'm excited as we go further into the unknown in Strike 2, what we're going to be seeing and expecting. He's going to be backing off. A whole load of T's coming over towards him. Good counter smoke by Lucky. There's going to be penning them into this position, so now we might see a bit of an aggression from Looking4Org. It's going for the flank, but potentially not. They're actually all just going to dive into this one position. They're actually going to be opening themselves up to be teared apart, and that's exactly what happens. Into the fray, but not for long. He gets one, but it doesn't matter. Maku goes down. Now Roman's going to be left with his teammate Story. It's going to be a 2v1. They're looking to turn this map on its head. You can't even really save on this.
The worst part of that is that they hand over 2 rifles as well.
Honestly, in a stupid fashion. Ooh, okay, maybe there's some life to this. We'll get back to your point in a moment. Story, now left in a bit of a difficult situation. He is very much caught on the site. He has got the information. Also, Footsteps, Exercise giving away the game. He's just having to play Rush, and now Story can just play Ring of Roses. Ring around the roses, rather. Going up behind him. Wham, bam. Thank you, Exercise.
It was a bit weird. So they go for the aggressive push into mid. Saw. Couple of smokes coming through from Looking4Org, but it was very messy. You've got one player who slightly edges out into the clearing. 2 players have to cross in front of him to get anywhere. So now you're trying not to shoot your teammate. You're trying to see the enemy team. You're trying to connect those shots. And it's just such a cluster. You're eventually just running into their bullets. And I feel like that could have been a lot cleaner. You know, you were saying they could be a little bit more aggressive pushing through the smoke, but they also could have just chilled and waited, you know, maybe smokes to go down, hold some angles. Ultimately, Saul have to run into them. And if they can hold the angle, then they do have somewhat of an advantage. So it was very, very messy in mid and gave over quite a few rifles. Okay, fair enough. Looking4Org was still able to leave it so that only one person lives at the end. So it's not like they got to save, you know, a bank full of rifles. And that's to their own credit, I suppose. But Saul, comfy, happy, got a lead. Much stronger buy here. Not too concerned.
Yeah, and just to clarify, I meant as in push aggressive from behind them because they knew there was a lot of presence in mid.
Okay, yeah, gotcha.
They heard me say aggressive, And that's all they heard, and so they decided to play YOLO straight through the smokes, which I think was just a stupid mistake on their side. They knew that they were up against pistols, so trying to play close proximity versus them is not a smart choice. And it happened not just once, but like just multitude of times. But let's move on. We have got the auto shotgun from Exercise here, the XM104. It's an underutilized gun in the past, but I think it's going to definitely come into its own fruition coming into CS2, especially some of the changes. Maka, it's going hand, tagging gun. Fortunately, he's only himself unable to connect the shots, but Exercise can. He flanks around, or swings out rather. And with the smoke. He is able to find the kill as well, as Exercise got a little bit greedy and was exposed thanks to the holes in the smoke created by the bullets of that Galil. Oh, Maka. Peeking in towards this mid position is not going to be good for your health if you stay there. He does try to go in for a couple of cheeky shots. Not going to work, but Haji over towards this B site is able to connect that 5-7 shot. Story's low as well. This could turn really dangerous for Saw because they know that there's a shotgun missing somewhere, and now they know where it's at. Ujux does find Haji. That's going to be a little bit more confident for them. Oh, lucky. He's got 2 HP. How is he still alive? There we go. He falls. It's definitely a potential plot here. Now they've got it recovered. Yoko, Maka. Do they decide to go in for the YOLO play? Or do they decide to back off? They have got, obviously, the Galil and Maka, so I think he'll end up wanting to save, but for Jericho, he could do more damage here. Going for the kills. His position is known, though. He made a step. Don't expect he's going to be able to do too much here. Ooh, he's found that.
2 players, I mean, he could very easily have gotten a little bit of cleanup there if he'd been a little bit more stealthy, a little bit more silent. Yeah. Rolled a nat 1 on that stealth check, and unfortunately gets caught out. At least, as you said, they do manage to hold on to the one Galil. I don't think that we expected too much more to happen in that round. They do keep it relatively expensive, so we'll at least give them that. 2 players down. Okay, one of them was the Mac 10, so that's not as devastating a loss as one of those rifles. But, you know, long-term economy is an important thing. We spoke about how much easier it is for the T's economically. So if you can keep chipping away at that, and with only a 2-round deficit, only 4 rounds into the game, not a massive issue just yet. Unfortunately, it is going to be after the kind of half-force thing in the previous round. They have to eco in this. So they are looking down a 4-1 before they get a chance to come back.
Yeah, economy in the MR12 is so dangerous. It just heavily favors their side. Oh, right. Trying to get found. The trade taps to come through, but instead they're going to be able to find 2 kills as a potential big upgrade here. There are 3 players with rifles, and the bomb is actually not in a good position whatsoever. Mutrus realizes this. But luckily, Looking4Org have backed off. It's all going to be coming down to if Aristotle can cause a bit of a distraction over towards the A site, get them to rotate, the bomb could get recovered, and they could push over towards the B site. But obviously, keep in mind, they don't have the same information we do. They don't have X-ray on.
Oh, no.
So, it's all going to be down to Aristotle causing a bit of a distraction, but how long are Looking4Org going to stay on the fishing line here? Aristotle's pushing up aggressive, realizing that they have a minute make though towards the other side, but no, they spring. What a perfect play from Looking4Org. But now they're going to have to spring back into action over towards the other side. The patience there allowed them to get that kill on the lurker. And now they can go in for a 4v2 situation over towards this position. Actually playing a little bit slow on the rotation, but that's fine. Ujux has to hit this headshot, and that's exactly what happened. Lucky goes down over towards CT. The player spotted, but Exercise gets the kill. 1v3. Mutrus. He's got the experience. But he's not got the utility to really batter them back. Whereas okay, as soon as they know where he's at, Molotov can go out and cut him out. He's going to be playing passive in towards him. Tries to not give away his position too early without finding a kill, and that's exactly what happens there. But now, the molly on Haji could really come into fruition, but they're not going to be using it. Instead, they're trying to bait him out into this position. He misses the initial shot, has to go back in for more. He finds it, the bomb is getting defused, but no, he still finds the kill. He stays alive. They get the round.
The dangers of no kit. And again, coming into that round, they had nothing. So, like, what were your options, realistically? Like you said, they did have a little bit of util there, so surprising to see that they didn't toss that out. It was a good attempt made. And, you know, I was going to criticize them for the over-rotate over towards the A site, but a part of me is like, no, actually, that makes a lot of sense. You get that kill, you pick up another gun, and then you can 4v2 retake. But unfortunately, despite the fact that it was 4v2, it falls apart. It was a rough round for Looking4Org to lose. One we didn't expect them to win, but one that it seemed like they could win, and just fumbled.
Yeah, there's a couple of issues I'm seeing on Looking4Org's presence on this map and some of their tactics, but they've shown that they've got the skill, but just, you know, some of the finer details they're going to have to improve on. We see the smoke getting blown away, and, well, Jericho's on the other side of him, ready and waiting. Molly helped him as Ujox had to kind of step in the flames and feel the heat. Quite literally. Demetrius again. Just that's 2 smokes and 2 mollies that have been used in that one spot, plus I think 2 nades. And now if we look at the side of Looking4Org here, Sam, their util is looking very weak. Oh, Demetrius, I don't know if you saw a player cross on over. That's a key spot for him to be able to now sit in. Hacker, good spot. Execution coming out. Decent positions for the smoke as well. Look towards connector on A. That's going to be going out. Mutual's going to have to find this kill quickly if he wants to secure that heaven. Doesn't quite hit the shot, so Zekla is able to get the kill. Throw into Maka. Droko is going to be coming up in the same sort of position. Story's a pretty good AWP, as you can see, flipping onto it, even more so in Counter-Strike 2, I'd imagine. Especially if you're peeking in, because there is obviously a massive peeker's advantage in Counter-Strike 2, unfortunately. Kind of makes the AWP a little bit broken in some situations, same with most guns.
And that's that. Kit player goes down. You realize trying to retake, now you're only 2v3, retaking on A is incredibly difficult, especially when you're both kind of funneling from the same direction. Your flanker instantly got shut down on the edge of the piece, so what do? All there is left is to turn tail, try and hold on to the 2 guns that you still have. A lot, like you said, so much early utility being tossed out by Looking4Org, and I mean, to be fair, Saw didn't have a whole hell of a lot to use, but they had drawn so much presence over towards B that by the time they actually moved in onto A, all they needed was the 1 molly and the 1 smoke, and then they had control of the site. It was ridiculous, but it works out. Looking4Org in a lot of trouble right now, starting to flounder. We're seeing another like half buy coming through just to string something together. They lose this, they should still have a little bit of cash. Losing streak bonus coming in full swing at the moment. So hopefully they'll be able to string something together.
Max Evans is in a good position, but he is actually going to be backing off. Trucks down the smoke. That'll delay, but Sora are happy with being able to play slow here. It's definitely interesting seeing all the changes and how obviously Looking4Org are having to deal with the economical situation of, well, MR12, essentially. Because they've gone into this force. We wouldn't have seen these kind of buys nearly as often in CSGO. Lucky does find that first kill. We missed it, but still decent enough. Exile's going to be coming alive. Hits the shot, but not going to be the killing blow as Ujox take down to 9 HP, but the damage is done. He can now be one-tapped by, well, pretty much anything. Even a feather. Roman trying to find an opening. Lucky in here to back up. Information's going to be here. Joker's going to be chucking down the smoke. Counter smoke going to be laid down, and they're just going to have to play aggressive through this smoke. Flash going to be coming through. Ujox goes down Joker, who finds a double with the 5-7, a triple even. Playing around the pillar. Maybe he can make it into a quad. And he can, as Story tried to run for the hills. Unfortunately, unable to.
Looking4Org in these pistols, these like weird wonky half buy, low buy, eco rounds, somehow making absolute magic happen. Joko's been on fire with pistols as well. It's taken him a little while to warm up. First couple of rounds he was really struggling, but he's really come into his own and starting to make a big impact here. finally they find themselves with weapons in their hands. And all of the economic damage that they've done to Saw over the last 6 or 7 rounds has come into fruition, because after losing only 1 round, Saw are back down onto a very broken bye.
Oh, that nade is big though. It takes down multiple players. Oh, okay, that nade's big. Saw heavily damaged, and the bomb goes down. 2 kills from Yoko. Goes from a quad into a double. He does get traded out when the damage is done. Just going to have to back off. He's only got 30 HP. It's a 3v4. He could still turn this into an advantage on their side, but it's going to be a difficult and a dangerous task to do so. And like you mentioned, their economy cannot really support another bye into the next round, which could equal, you know, looking forward to a couple rounds on the board. There's not that many rounds left here, Sam. Three left after this one. Pushing in towards connector position. They find the kill. Hey, looking to be open, but Lucky coming in as counter. Only able to find that 1 kill before getting dropped to find Uterus. Exercise push. Smokey's got no respect. And well, this is what happens. You get mowed down.
Oh. And that round started so well for them. 2 kills, space taken, space denied. And then they just get sloppy. You know, arbitrarily pushing through smokes, running into enemy crosshairs. It was unnecessary. I get that you're a little bit panicked. You've got a bit of a round deficit going at the moment, but slow it down. Take a moment. This is a T-sided map, so give yourself a little bit of room to breathe. Bomb hasn't been planted yet. You've got a moment or two to regather your thoughts, and instead they just keep repeating the same person through a smoke. I will say I've really enjoyed watching like an HE coming through to clear a smoke so that you can fire through it. Like, these are the kind of interactions that I was really looking for in CS2.
Yeah, it's like we've seen it a couple of times in towards Connector, and you can see they're set up to do it as well. They chuck down the molly, they chuck in the smoke, and then they drop the nade in. But meanwhile, it's kind of going into the current action next side behind Pillar's going to get burned alive. His teammate's going to have to go in and help him, but they just play super aggressive. It works out as Lucky picks up a triple with the MP9. They have 2 HP, but job done. 2 left on side of Saw. You got to be thinking right now, Sam, that there's no way that Saw win this round, right?
As my boy Justin Bieber says, never say never. That's a lie, chat. He's not my boy. But that song was very popular when I was young.
I honestly thought he just said baby, and that was it.
He was a baby when he made that song, bro.
Canadian baby. Well, there you go, Mutrus. Left in 1v5. Gets 1, but that's going to be all he is good for, Sam. Good attempts, you know, they tried. But looking for Org. Fairly strong position over towards A there, rather.
Yeah, I mean, Exercise even trying to play counter flash, and he's like constantly flipping to the wall and still gets flashed out, but Lucky backs him up. Realizes, you know, he's got to say, I'm full white. Lucky swings out and gets 3 kills. Okay, one of them, there was a little bit of assistance there from Exercise, you know, but a spray and pray going through. But it's Lucky who manages to secure those kills for himself. He's the one that pops up in the kill feed. A nice little tag team effort there to annihilate the majority of Saw's roster and send them packing. And not able to save a single gun as Looking4Org then go on the hunt. Sure, they lose a player themselves. Sure, they have to reinvest the gun. But it's absolutely worth it because they should realize, obviously there's new maths now to an extent, but they should realize that Saw's economy after that would be very, very broken. So happiness, comfortable. Got a little bit of a pause coming through here. I suspect it could be something technical.
Yeah,
usually when it's usually when it's attack, we get like the little pocket watch in the top. So hopefully that gets resolved relatively quickly. But now Maka has an AWP in his hands, and he's had a really slow start to this match. But now with that little bit of extra firepower, I'm hoping maybe he starts to come alive.
I'm trying to think. I don't think we've seen another AWP in play. I'm fairly certain that's the first one.
No, Saw's had an AWP.
Oh yeah, Story had one. You're right.
Yeah.
But I think he only had that for 1 round.
I think you're right there. Yeah.
And he got 2 kills with it, I remember correctly, and then he ended up dying. You know, I think that's fine. I do enjoy seeing the AWPs AWP battles down mid on this. Like, if I'm honest, like Anubis is just like a non-terrible version of Dust 2. And I know a lot of people will find that heinous, but I just find that map so boring. But
this is the
maybe
best description of Anubis I've ever heard.
Yeah, I was going to use more explicit words, but refrain from that. If you are just joining us as well, we were potentially going to have 9 versus Orc on this channel, and Pompa versus who was it? My brain is
Orcs?
lagging.
No, that was 9 Orcs. I can't remember who Pompa was playing.
Let's have a quick check here.
Spirit.
Yeah, we were going to be casting both those games, but for one or another reason, they had to be rescheduled. So we've got this wonderful setup, which actually is honestly a really good battle between these two teams, especially with Looking4Org on their recent streak. Pretty exciting.
Yeah, you know, when I first looked at this, because obviously we kind of get a choice. They like send us a list and they go, hey guys, what do you want to cast? And we looked at some other matches, and I had like totally spaced, because we actually casted this exact matchup during Thunderpick, and I had completely spaced that Looking4Org was the ex-Heat roster, so I like kind of dismissed it. So I'm actually kind of glad to an extent that those other games were rescheduled, because this I think is probably the best game of the day. Okay, One Man Movistar is probably a good one as well. Like, we'll give it to them. But I think this is going to be an absolute banger.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like Movistar's sort of play style and how they've been doing sort of recent times. Some of the players are great, and I mean, funnily enough, Just is on their lineup. He's a solid player, and obviously used to be a long-standing player for Saw. So, you know, it's definitely going to be an interesting one, but this is definitely my preferred. We are going to go to a quick break, as this seems to be a bit more of an extended situation. We'll be back very shortly, so don't go anywhere.
break up, don't speak for a couple of weeks. I'll be in his place till he calls calls and says he's sorry. This situation's on repeat, just like a scratch on a CD. It just gets deeper when you hit rewind. How many nights will you make this decision? Nights ending tears and it's blurring your vision. You know he don't love you, hurt you holding on to. Scream through the phone even though he won't listen. So I'm still at your place, trying to make it okay. He's miles away, I'm left hearing you say that you just need someone caring for you. When will you see me more than your rescue? I'm feeling kinda used, yeah, like a drug that you take when you're sick of crying all your tears away. Is that all I am? All I want is for you to be happy. You know this ain't healthy. Do I make you happy? How many nights will you make this decision? Nights ending tears and it's blurring your vision. You know he don't love you, what you holding on to. Scream through the phone even though he won't listen. So I'm still at your place, trying to make it okay. He's miles away, I'm left hearing you say that you just need someone caring for you. When will you see me more than you rescue? I'm doing everything he doesn't do, but I'm still not enough. Even your parents know I'm good for you, but I'm still not enough. You wanna be done with him, you're stuck with him, 'cause you don't have the guts. And after all I've done, I'm still not enough. Still at your place, trying to make it okay. He's miles away, I'm left hearing you say that you just need someone caring for you. When will you see me more than your rescue?
Welcome back. A little bit more extended than we thought, but I'm kind of glad we went into a break. Not gonna lie, Sam.
Yeah, well, sometimes you just you need a moment to reset, or possibly, you know, because of the WC. These things do happen. Looking4Org now. Oh man, they were starting to bring it back, and their momentum could be.
Mooch is going to be in a hot place there. Does get out. Exercise is going to be in a difficult situation over towards the A main spot on the moment. Aristotle going to be swinging around. Oh, arm is seen. He's now going to run away. Like, nope. What, nothing to do with that. Flash going to be coming through. He's going to the 3 farm, but they're going to be jumping around the corners, getting the kill. Aristotle going to be punishing this team, taking 2 kills. AWP on Maka, but he's going to be missing those shots. He's going to have to try and deny this one, but he knows he's going to be risking everything, but instead is going to be Hatching going for the spray down 3. It's a triple. Mutrus, he's got nothing to answer with. Actually, shuts them down, Sam. What an obliteration.
He's like Ferrari swung with the USPS, bro. And hit the headshot as well. Beautiful. I mean, that was very, very nearly a saw round. Let's take a moment. These pistol rounds, these deagles get very scary sometimes. I think Looking4Org kind of saw their lives flashing before their eyes for a moment there. But we have 2 rounds left in this half. Remember, guys, it's MR12. Looking4Org, if they get the next 2 rounds, even 8 is good. But if they can win the next 2 rounds, and they should at the very least get this one, they're going to be sitting pretty in the next half.
Yeah, I mean, Looking4Org, this is their map. They've only lost 1 out of the past 5 or so, but Maka with AWP going to be coming through, being able to hit the shots. But maybe I'll get overwhelmed by the pistols. His teammates going to be looking to back him up. Are they going to be here in time? Yes, they are. Very nice. Like you said, 1 more round to go, and I couldn't really say who's going to be able to pick up this last round, because it's going to be a full buy coming in from Saw. Maybe missing out a couple of bits here or there.
Yeah, major issue, of course, going to be a little bit of util, but for the most part, they'll be coming in quite comfortable. So reminder, yes, last round in the half. For those of you that are not aware, I've seen a couple of questions in the Twitch chat. This is CS2, and it is MR12. And now, this is the first timeout we're actually seeing, and it's Saw that realize they kind of need this last round. They're going on to their CT side. They could struggle a little bit here. Obviously, they chose T-side start for a reason, and they were hoping to have a little bit more of a runaway. So something's got to give if they want to be able to secure this round. Lucky's got an AUG. I'm so happy. I completely derailed my train of thought, but I'm so happy to see the AUG coming out. I love that gun, especially on this map. And, well, there you go, Tom. It's GG for Saw. The AUG is on the board. That's it.
I do remember casting on this map previously with the AUG, and it was probably one of the first players I saw, or casting rather, that did really well on this map with it. It's suited well for this one, so let's see what he's going to be able to pull off. Saw, though, they know they badly need to pick up this last round, because they would have looked at Looking4Org's success on this map in the past, so they definitely want to make sure to try and pick up this round here. Oh, good smoke. It's going to be Lucky able to tag down Mutrus. Timing on the nade was decent. Clips Mutrus. Hits him. Not quite his Achilles heel. He's still got 34 points of HP at the moment here, Sam. Looks like they are going to be setting themselves up here for B. They've got a couple of people over towards this position. Joker's going to get heavily tagged. Story's going to be peeking in. They don't expect it. He takes that 1, but doesn't expect Hachi. Goes in for a double, maybe even a triple. Not quite. Gets shut down. Gets sprayed in. Aristotle from behind. Going to be holding the bridge position. Maka with AWP swings down and hits the flick. 2v2. They're going to be looking to end this here and now, but Roman, he's able to try and save the day. Maka, the timing, it was almost immaculate, but instead going to have to pick up the AK. Perfect switch around, gets the job done. Wham bam, thank you, Maka. Good enders into that first half.
don't speak for a couple of weeks. I'll be
a very short break. We know we took a bit of a longer one earlier for the tech issues, but we're going to dive straight back into the action.
We've got the Arizote with the Julies, but it's going to get shut down very quickly. Story, in the meantime, has a different book he wants to read, and it's going to be Exiled left in a 1v2. Advantage on Sour's side. And Exiled can somehow pull this one off. That'd be amazing, but the bomb is not in the good position for him, and he's going to have to take the long approach to this. He's got a minute 10 on the clock. There is a defuse kit on Mutrus. Keep that in mind. They're playing double up in towards connector. They know where the bomb is. They've got it in sight. And Exile is going to have to clean all these angles. So time is ticking. He should get spotted out before he gets too close to the bomb, I'd imagine. Oh, maybe no. If he can pick that up and just back away. Oh, this could be so good. They're going to have to come in and check it. He's looking to hit the head, but he's missing the shots. The embarrassment, he flicks out to his bomb as well. And that is going to be the end of his story.
Solid start here for Saw. Exactly what they wanted. The last time these two teams played up against each other, it was on Go. And it was a 9-6 half. So a little bit more one-sided in favor of Saw. But when Looking4Org played against Spirit recently, it was also a 6-6 half, and they went on to win the map. So, no easy feat, I think. We'll see if that's going to come to pass again here against a different team. A team that we mentioned before, they have not been able to beat.
That's good lore for Looking4Org. Imagine they'll be using a lot of this time right now to just recollect themselves. See, they've had a bit of a break in regards to the tech pause and then obviously the halfway point. But I still think it's always good to kind of collect yourself. And there you go. The smoke gets dispersed thanks to that nade, temporarily at least. Now they can push on through. Story having this A1 is great, but it's also dangerous if you lose it. That's a big gun for the opposition to have, and he gets headshots. You're only able to find one kill for the A1. Conversion of that cost to weapon is not going to be worthwhile, and now Roman, him and Ujo's going to have to try and defend this A site against a barrage of T's, including A1. Mutu's going to be coming in for the backstab. Good position to do so, and does exactly that. Nade to follow up as well. He is playing this perfectly. Might well get overwhelmed, but USP is now going to be coming through. Last player left alive is Maka. They've managed to bring this back perfectly, and very smartly, he switches the MP9 to get that kill.
Another really good round from them, and the fact that they keep 4 players alive is massive. We saw that they had a bit of a struggle in the first half because of how their economy was constantly being chipped away at. Even on that T side, just constantly losing tons of players every single round, forcing them to have to reinvest, and their economy broke very quickly. This time around, however, they're managing to hold on to that quite nicely. We're going to get a 3rd round AWP for Story here, who has been topping the server, or at the very least topping his team. We'll see if he can make some magic here. Looking4Org, it is their buy round, but they might just come head first into an AWP shot.
They are playing a stack up over towards B. It's not too unusual. Let's see how that works out. They play a little bit more heavy stacked over that, so they can now try and switch around. Exile is going to be clearing around these angles over towards A main. Nade going to be giving the game away. Meanwhile, Lucky can play defensive. He just waits for them, and he can find a kill, but Exile gets the opening, going for the second one as well. Mute just fall in. This bonus round is seemingly going to be at least expensive for Saw, even if they do end up being able to bring it back. But Looking4Org, they've got other things in mind. They want this round. So at this point, I think a save has to be called, because Saw are going to be very much aware here, Sam, that economically, they need to save.
Now, this is what we were just saying. They don't want to fall into the same trap that they had in the first half, where their economy was constantly getting chipped away. So now it's just kind of holding angles and hoping, you know, if Looking4Org hunt, maybe they can get a couple of exits on the way out. But they're not going to be too aggressive with this one. Got to hold on to the little bit that they do have. And Looking4Org swing things back in their favor. And in a very explosive fashion. They just very quickly and aggressively explode onto that A site. Lots of solid util, get those couple of kills, and that's it. We said before, retaking on A is incredibly difficult. So no, they've got an AWP and an MP9. It's not ideal for trying to retake with, particularly on the A side. So give it up. Live to fight another day. Looking4Org going to be feeling very happy with that one. Minimal reinvest necessary. This is their own bonus to an extent. And this is where things get worrisome for Swords. Exactly why they're taking that time out now. T-sided map. You cannot allow Looking4Org to run away with this.
Yeah, I've had to spend everything they've got into this, aside from a couple of thousand on story. And obviously, just to add on what you were sort of saying, is the fact that they know they're on the CT side, so they can't really play as loosey-goosey. On this position, the economy is not kind to the CT side, so they know that they can't lose multiple rounds together. So at least they're starting to build that round loss bonus, which is equalized now. But we go into the next round, the 16th round. We would have normally have just come back from a halftime break if we were in CSGO, but no, this is CS2. If you're just joining us, this is indeed Counter-Strike 2, and it will always be Counter-Strike 2 going forward, as far as I know.
Get used to MR12, folks.
Before it gets changed.
I like MR12.
MR20.
No.
I don't think I could deal with it being switched to MR20. I think that'd be me outies.
Yeah, I'd quit, bro. It's time to get a new job. I think the players would quit too.
Yeah, I mean, it just wouldn't be dealable. MR12 has been really nice. It's been a good pacing. There's definitely some work that needs to be done in regards to the whole game to kind of fit around it. But, you know, we'll get there. Meanwhile, Story, he's going to be meeting face on with Jericho. Can he hit the headshot? He can! It's going to be Mutua's going to be backing him up on this position as well. Flash comes through. Mutua's going to be able to back off, but goes in a little bit too aggressive. Maybe saving his teammate in the process, but Story's still going to have to play very close and personal with this. This is the AWP shot. He falls. Now Aristotle is going to have to back off. Mutua's going in for the aggressive peek. The aggression from Saw here is going to cost them dearly. They're now down to a 2-on-2. They haven't got the bomb in their control. And Exercise, he's looped around over towards the B site here. So, although, yes, Ujokes was able to pick up a couple of kills, was it worth it? Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. See a player coming in from CT. Aristotle going to be looking to that out, but he makes too much noise. Next guy's going to be punished in this. Roman again makes a lot of noise. He's coming, swinging around, gets one, but can't flick on over. It was a tall order, so I don't really blame him for not being able to process it.
And just like that, the scores are evened out again. And this is the thing. So with the economy the way it is now, the biggest change, very often you would go for like, if you lose a round, you go for like a half buy or a very, very low buy, and then you have to eco, right? Whereas now, basically what that means is you don't take 2 rounds to complete your cash. You either, you essentially just full eco, and then you come back with rifles. So it doesn't take you 3 rounds to get back to rifles, it only takes you 2. It's a big change that has come through. And of course, you have to take full use of that when you can. If you make mistakes with your economy, you find yourself in a very tight spot, and the comeback becomes that much more difficult. Looking4Org, however, playing it very, very well. You can even see Maka only buying into a Mac 10 here, not looking to waste money unnecessarily. Next round, he's going to come in. They know it's going to be an anti-eco. He's going to have a rifle. Happy days.
It's honestly the smart play. If you buy a rifle into this, you give the chance of dropping it. You give the chance of the fact that you're not going to be able to make as much money. If you have the Mac 10, it's $600 versus the $300 of a rifle per kill. So it really is just worthwhile buying into that Mac 10. Farm up some extra cash. That is, if anyone actually dies in this round, because at the moment it looks like everyone's kind of just playing chicken. Oh, there we go. He's the first one to break the seal. So drop down towards mid. We'll see another couple of kills here. Eventually going to be able to find one, but Hadji's denied him some extra farming cash. They've got enough money to make it so it doesn't actually matter, but if I was Mako, I'd be like, can you go away? Let me get these kills.
Like you said, right? Doesn't make the hugest difference in the world. But you know what? If he died, then he has an excuse to upgrade. Like, I died, guys. I gotta buy a rifle. Now everybody's looking at him like, you are not messing up that economy. You're gonna work that Mac 10.
Unfortunately, he's in like a terrible position. He's at the middle back of the spawn on the T side. Which is like a big thing like RNG within CSGO. It's like the main thing that is like has any kind of RNG in it. which I'm not massively keen on, but it definitely leans into some good randomness within the game. But with that Mac 10, ideally would have been him up front, over towards the B side, to be able to charge on in. So instead, maybe we'll go over towards A. Another tech pause, though.
Ooh, having a bit of a struggle with the servers at the moment, it seems. But these these players, they will power through. And so will we, chat.
Another one.
Another one. Flashbacks to the worst opening ceremony in history, anybody?
Oh god, yeah, that was Overwatch, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
I was trying not to say the name of the game, but whatever.
No, we're not right.
That's fair.
Yeah, this is definitely, if you're new to Anubis, this is definitely a T-sided map, and MR12 is very much a T-sided system as well, at least in the current economy. But we move on, we're into the next round here.
You guys have guns in this economy?
Oh, you have rounds in this economy? Wow. Story by these players. Misses his shot though. That is one he should be able to land, but it's not the worst situation. He's not going to get punished too heavily for it. You know, Joko run his way through water, heading on over towards A. Unfortunately, a little bit slow to the base on this one. Here we go. Here's the Mac 10. This is Maka. He's charging down mid. He's going to be in a good position. Flash are going to be coming out over towards the CT spot as well, in towards Palace. It's going to get smoked off. Maka charging around. Maybe I'll get caught off guard by the A1, but instead he just eats up the damage. His teammate trades, gets the kill. The trades back and forth, but going to be coming in favor of Looking4Org. Now, you've got these three players, and they're in a similar situation as to where they were before, Sam. The fact that they can't really afford to go for this, but they also can't afford not to. They have to try and find this round, but it's going to be the Mac 10 Maka deleting them. The decision to keep that Mac 10 was perfect. He's able to cash on in and also punish these players.
Saw are going to be kicking themselves for that one. Did not check that angle at all. You got two players looking down the same place. And to be fair, in a tight spot. Want to try to survive. Oh, Joko living there is huge. And yeah, Saw not going to be happy with that one. And especially with that last one. You jerks. It was you jerks, right? Last player alive.
I think so, yeah.
Getting taken out. Yeah, trying to hold on to a weapon and just not allowed. That timeout from Saw, it hasn't really made the difference. There hasn't been any sort of huge improvement here. Looking4Org, honestly, just running over them. We haven't seen any, like, slow defaults, any of that stuff. It's generally pretty aggressive, quick hits straight in onto the site, and Saw just crumble.
Yeah. They're just coming into this with a 5 streak going. A big part of me wants to see this team rise up. They're squad that need a team. This is a chance for them to really prove to some of the orgs who could be looking for, players or an actual org, roster switch that they're worthwhile looking at. And Saw a solid team, but honestly, they've never really been able to accomplish much. They've managed to win one season of ECL. Last year, if I recall correctly, maybe the year before. It's these years are blurring together, so I'd like to see them do more, but I kind of think that Looking4Org have a little bit more promise. Hopefully I'm wrong. Lucky. Should be able to clear this position fairly easily in towards the there you go. Story goes down without a bit of damage. I was dodging the deagle. Killing blow, but that is going to be all she wrote.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those ecos that gets a little bit scary, a little bit dicey. Instead, it's just Looking4Org, again, consistently in control of the pace from start to finish. Saw have no response, it feels like. I'm actually kind of curious. I want to just go double check something here. Their Anubis win rate over the course of 8 maps is 50-50. It's not great. So yeah, not one of their better maps, and we can see that playing out. Well, not 4K, but in beautiful CS2.
really do like the look of this map in CS2, especially the water. They've improved it massively. There's also lesser FPS drops on this map compared to what it was. Anyway, we move on. Maka on the AWP. He's found success with the rifle and the Mac 10. Less so with the AWP. Maybe you can turn that around this time around. Story has got one of his own. Arizdache is not really turned up. But Ancient is going to be next if you are just joining us. I also sorted it so we have the exclamation mark maps command as well if you want to see what maps we played. But it is going to be obviously Anubis, Ancient, and then Overpass. Ancient I expect to go in the way of Saw here, but Looking4Org are decent on it as well. Overpass is kind of a bit of an odd one, not 100% sure. Back into gameplay though. Arizdache able to find that counter exercise. There's a bit of fake being played over towards the A position, but it's been read into. Saw. And not letting this distract them too much. Story realizing that the nade trick didn't quite work for them. He's pushing up, gets the first initial kill. He's able to back up. His teammate holding it towards A main, but they're going to be far too close. Doesn't matter. Story. He's here to end this potential streak. From Looking4Org, Mac is able to turn around, find a kill into Roma. The bomb is in his hands. He has to go on the side. There's only 20 seconds. He has to have his teammate do something here, but lucky, 99 HP. Oh, the kill is none so far. 9 seconds. He stopped. Dead before time. Runs out. That's always a good situation to be in.
Yeah, I mean, economically, Looking4Org are laughing. Mac has got over 12k. Not the biggest issue in the world. But for Saw, this is a great turnaround from them. Finally staunching the flow or stemming the tide of these super aggressive hits. We're seeing them respond a lot better to that aggression, reacting, you know, adequately. You've got to get that, and this is the big thing, you've got to get that early information, figure out where Looking4Org are going, and then slow them down. Use those mollies, use those smokes. Don't let them push in, because they have full control every time they do that. Now again, we're going to have a lot of that util coming out over towards the B side. How is Saw going to react to this?
I'd like to see some aggression. Push, I don't know, maybe in towards A main and out in towards water. Try and shake the boat for Looking4Org. It's a little bit late in the day to do it now in this round, but if they win this one, it'll be worthwhile. Oh my god, there you go, Story. Missed a shot. Joko does go down, and he's been applying, you know, has been effective being able to open up some of these sites. Another flash. The spot is here. He gets the quiet first kill, goes for the spray transfer. Doesn't quite work, gets the damage in, but not the kill. Back up. He's AWP, but unfortunately not for long. Hatchet does go in for the trade. Story's dropped. 2v3 Sam, and well, Hatchet's got 14 points of HP. This is not a good look. They've really won this 12th round, Sam.
These reactions from Saw have been fantastic. Reading in that it might just be a push back towards B, so instantly reinforcing the site.
You jerks. Could be playing closer personal with exercises. If each round hits his head, doesn't even matter how much HP he had. Pulls it up with the headshot on Haji as well. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You know what I can hear in the back of my head, Sam?
Go on.
Overtime. 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 So far, me and Sam have not casted a single game of CS2 where it's not been in overtime, so let's see if that streak continues.
We've casted a single match of CS2, so...
Look, you know, I just try to start a story here. Maybe we only ever cast overtimes.
Nah. I mean, Looking4Org are one round away from that point. Yeah. Winning this round would be massive for them. But Story, 19 kills. That AWP has been singing on the defensive side.
We can see Looking4Org trying to go at a different approach, holding towards this sort of water position and play aggressive over towards this A spot. This is actually going to work pretty well. Just in the space of the players, there's 3 players over towards B. Aradosh is going to have to act quickly, but instead he chucks a nade. Sure, great. You did 24 points of damage. Who cares? And now Saw, they have to go in for a 4v5 retake scenario. All from 2 different positions here. 2 coming in from the Aiken. Oh my god. Roman. and they realize they've messed up so badly, they have to save and allow Looking4Org to get the 12th round. That's huge.
A 4-man save is absolutely ridiculous. You barely ever see that, but look at their economy. They realize losing this round, sure, they've got a bit of loss streak bonus. Not much, because they actually won a round and then lost a round, so very little cash into the next round. They've got a whole bunch of weapons. Oh, they know this! They know that if they can damage this economy even further, it's going to be an easy map win for them.
Oh, Mutra stays alive. He gets a kill, though. I've got to give Ashdoche some serious, like, harsh words here, because he messed up over towards A-hole. That is not how you want to be positioning yourself there. And the fact that he chucked a nade, even though he could hear them, or at least see them, we could hear them come in. Yeah, that needs to be reviewed. He's not really having the best game.
Yeah, that was a tough call, I think, but you hear the footsteps coming, you've got to know, trying to throw out a nade there is going to get you punished, and because he gets taken down, the site gets overrun, and Saw cannot possibly hope to retake unscathed, which would have been very, very important. So they have to back out. Last round here, it is map point for Looking4Org. Last chance saloon for Saw. They need 2 more rounds to take us into overtime.
So it's going to be a big order here, a tall order, if you will. Story, you're going to be backing up over towards A this time around. The boosted spot, they're going to have to back away. Unfortunately, they're playing aggressive in towards this. He gets a kill. Needs to back off from this. He's only got 11 HP. The nade goes down. He's pushing 10 bullets in the magazine here. A single nade could end his life. All this volley that's going to be bouncing over towards him, which has backed off. Alright. 45 seconds left. No site has been taken. No player has been dropped. And Aristotle has been given the AWP from Story. Good decision in the end. He is in a spot which is likely to get smoked off, so he has to have a fast reaction to rotate off this position. He has got Story with him as well. Wait, no, not even Story. It's going to be Mutrus. Okay, and here they go. Execution's going to be coming through. They haven't smoked it yet. The nade comes out. He doesn't peek it correctly. He gives up the position. Mutrus round the corner. Gets dropped. They dropped the ball massively. The defense was non-existent. Now Story and Code, they're going to have to come and clean up. But it's going to be this retake situation on the site in which they gave up last time. 3-on-3. Jericho wants to try and take down a new Jerks, but instead it's going to be actually finding a double, and Story's going to be left at a 1v2. AWP looking to shut him down.
Oh, Arazdache again on that A site. Really, really struggling to find good positioning. He gets that first early kill, and he almost gets flushed out by a molly. Like, he gets flushed out by the suspicion that, hey, maybe some util's going to come out and just completely ruin my day. He gets given the AWP. He gets up onto the high ground. And he looks away. Yes, the flash is coming through, but the timing on it was just so messed up. And that's it. That site gone. Lost. Finished. The round that Saw needed to stay in the game. And that's Looking4Org winning their map pick, doing very, very well. It got quite close. We got to hand it to Saw. They do keep it very, very close. They had a less strong T side than they would have wanted, but they did manage to string a few rounds together on CT. 4 rounds, in fact, which is nothing to turn your nose up at. But at the end of the day, it's Looking4Org. And that means that we're going to be heading on to Ancient next, which is going to be Saw's map pick. And yeah, I mean, this is a map that they looking pretty good on. 64% win rate at the moment versus 55 for Looking4Org. So, you know, on paper, you might start to think, well, this should be a slam dunk for Saw at the very least. Yeah,
and I mean, they've both played sort of 11 maps so far officially in the last sort of 3 months on this map as well. So they, you know, they've got the same kind of play time on it in officials. I mean, kind of teams they've been going up against, slightly different, but, you know, not crazily different. I'd probably say Looking4Org have gone up against a couple of harder times in recent weeks. So definitely interested to see how they do going forward. But we are going to go into a break and we'll be back with the second map very shortly.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Break up, don't speak for a couple of weeks. I'll be in his place till he calls and says he's sorry. This situation's on repeat, just like a scratch on a CD. It just gets deeper when you hit rewind. How many nights will you make this decision? Nights ending tears and it's blurring your vision. You know he don't love you, that you're holding on to. Scream through the phone even though he won't listen. So I'm still at your place, I'm still not enough. Even your parents don't good for you, but I'm still not enough. You wanna be done with him, you're stuck with him, 'cause you don't have the guts. And after all I've done, I'm still not enough. Still at your place, trying to make it okay. He's miles away, I'm left here reusing that you just need someone caring for you. When will you see me more than you're asking? atmosphere, moving in synergy, this electricity, the power of the pioneers,
tearing through history. This is our destiny. We are the power. We are the change. We are the pioneers of paradise and fame. We push you louder like hurricanes. We are the pioneers. We are the pioneers.
Welcome back. We are finally live again with the second match. It's going to be Looking4Org versus Saw on Ancient.
I think we're in for a long night, Tom. With these longer breaks that we've had, and with Saw likely to win out their own map pick. I'm seeing an overpass on the horizon, but we've got to get there first. Looking4Org going to start on the CT side here, and well, they're going to try and make this a 2-0 sweep.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see what happens. Demetrius trying to lead the charge here for Saw. Exile is going to be coming in for the defensive side from the CT, but he's a little bit too late to the party. But he's gathered the information. Bomb is getting planted. Exile has got the kit, so he couldn't just charge in willy-nilly. Now the retake's coming in, although Maka may well have crashed. No, he's back. He's coming around, but Roman's already doing a initial bit of damage. Aristotle, yep, never mind. Can't even cast it fast enough. Looking4Org deleted from the server here.
I mean, this was really, in a sense, lucky for them. They start making their way in towards A from the long position. No one's really watching that, so they get free access to the site, and then all of those retake guns are close range. And, you know, in a close range battle, they stand far more of a chance with what they had, even versus USPSs. It works out quite nicely for them. They managed to massacre the attempt at a retake there, and unfortunately, like you said, right, one player getting a bit of a rough spot there for a moment, but very quickly back into the fray. It's all going to be able to get themselves their first round, and now the match pause coming through. I think whatever did happen in that last round may very well be being looked into, put it that way.
Yeah, so I think this pause is going to go on for another minute or two here, but we'll be back with the action. And Looking4Org, I mean, it's a difficult one. You could try to force into this, but if you're on the CT side, it's not really optimal. You have to kind of just take the W, sorry, the L, not the W on this one. If you can, then great. And just to see what you can try and fetch going into the next one. So, you know, even then, the third round bye is not going to be a strong one for Looking4Org. They will see only get 1900 from this round, so they're going to be looking at sub 4k onto the next round, so it's still going to be fairly weak for them, whereas Saw obviously going to have AKs, Mac 10s, whatever they want. So you can kind of see where the economy is a little bit of an issue on MR12, especially if you're on the CT side. It's not quite balanced in the right way, in my opinion. And I know a lot of people are sort of feeling the same across the board. So it's going to be really interesting, especially with the IM Sydney coming up, how it's going to play out live on a big stage.
Yeah, I'm convinced we'll see some changes come through. I mean, the day they announced MR12, and I'm a big fan of MR12, but I came out and I just said, economy's got to change. 100%. Yeah. Like, the way that it is right now is just very, very punishing. It's certainly doable. We've seen it, but a little bit of a change, maybe to like pistol round. No, what was it? First round lose. Increase that slightly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's go straight up to 1900 instead of 1400.
Exactly.
And that'll be enough. Although actually, hang on, wait. Look, why does it say Looking4Org on 2400 here? Round loss bonus. That's weird.
That is weird.
Not quite sure what that is. Either way, yeah. I mean, to be fair to like Valve, they've done 10 updates since CS2 came out, and quite a few of them like big ones, fixing honestly some of the issues that they brought in. But that's got to be the case. We needed Like we were discussing with the production earlier on. It's the fact that we need to the game out to the mass public to try and actually get it properly beta tested, because unfortunately, not enough people were being able to play it whilst it was in beta. So now it's actually getting widely used, rather. Seems like it's not going to get unpaused. I thought it was going to get unpaused up a couple of minutes, but it seems like I am wrong. So we are going to go back into a break. Sorry, guys. I apologize. We were trying to fill for as long as we could, but we are going to go to a break. Move back in a few minutes. Go grab a cappuccino or drink, and we'll see you guys in a bit.
Break up, don't speak for a couple of weeks. I'll be in his place till he calls and says he's sorry. This situation's on repeat, just like a scratch on a CD. It just gets deeper when you hit rewind. How many nights will you make this decision? Nights ending tears and he's blurring your vision. You know he don't love you, that you're holding on to. Scream through the phone even though he won't listen. So I'm still at your place, trying to make it okay. He's miles away, I'm left hearing you say that you just need someone caring for you. When will you see me more than a rescue? I'm feeling kinda used, yeah, like a drug that you take when you're sick of crying all your tears away. Is that all I am? All I want is for everything he doesn't do, but I'm still not enough. Even your parents know I'm good for you, but I'm still not enough. You wanna be done with him, you're stuck with him, 'cause you don't have the guts. And after all I've done, I'm still not enough. Still at your place, trying to make it okay. These miles away, I'm left here reusing that you just need someone caring for you. When will you see me more than your rescue?
try and do this again. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else. This is going to be Looking for Org versus Saw into the second round here, Sam.
For those that are wondering, the A stream with one win versus Movistar has already concluded. But you know what? We just get a little bit more CS, sort of. So here we go. Map 2 kicking off. Saw already having won that first round, and quite a hefty buy into the second. This could be very risky.
So it works though. AK is going to be coming through. Joker's going to take a lot of damage. Oh, way down to death. Hadji in the last map, he was able to do a lot of damage with that 5-7. Not this time round. Maka. He's got the XM. He has to actually just wait for them to come to him. If he goes for the peak, he'll probably find his end. Maybe meet his Maka. There you go. They go and meet their Maka, but unfortunately, Maka was unable to get a kill, so that's a huge waste of money. And now they're going to have to go into the next round with these guns. A little bit of a meme here. Saw are going to be looking good for the next couple of rounds. Economy is going to take a while to recover for Looking for Org.
And this is the thing I was saying, you know, it's a little bit risky coming in with such a hefty buy, leaning far more heavily, obviously, on weaponry as opposed to things like utility. And if they had taken a few heavy hits, that could have seriously been an issue. But the fact that they come out of this alive, 5 strong, huge. It's going to be a massive bolster for them. They already have the advantage being on the T side. We've spoken about this a little bit in the previous map. To just allow that to keep growing and keep kind of stretching out. But he'd be very happy with that one. Looking for Org, of course, gonna have to eco here. 2 guns, well, 1.5 guns saved from the previous round. Let's see if they can make something happen with that. Would you classify that as 1 gun, like 2 halves?
Maybe. Oh. That's going to be annoying. Either way, Lucky. He's over towards A. I would have actually positioned him in towards caves, but to be honest, it doesn't really matter at the moment because no one's going to go face him. He's in a decent position though, boosted up on A. He'll end up just staying there no matter what, I imagine. I don't think we'll see him rotate. But you know, fairly default, and it's not going to quite connect. So he's going to be pushing down, looking at his little feetsies. Flash comes out. Going to be able to peek in, but unfortunately his head is going to be snapped off. Exile is going to get burnt alive. Burnt, well, sent to his grave. He ends by a story you find is 2 kills. Maka and Lucky, 2 left alive, and Lucky is going to change his position. I don't really expect him to go away from A here. With only 1 kill, haven't gone on to Roman. Well, in they go. I do like how Saw are playing very protective on this front. They obviously did realize that, you know, pistols. You should always respect them. Which is good Lucky happenstance, because otherwise they would have rushed into maybe Lucky's XM. Moving forward though into the future here, Sam. They can buy next round, but Lucky's got to drop that XM surely.
I mean, the fact that he's saving it, like he could just run out onto the field, try and get an exit frag. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? They keep it. They chuck over to someone else who's going to be playing into caves. I think that's the optimal place. They can save some extra cash, buy some extra utility.
I suppose holding onto the armor is also not the worst idea in the world.
Yeah, 69 HP left.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
In this house, we are children. Saw with a 4-man save there. Well, save is not the right word, but... and they're fine with that, because of course that means Story can get an AWP. He drops the gun over, gets himself an AWP. Let's see what he can make happen with it. And as you said, Looking for Org are going to be able to buy in here. Lucky with an Org. Who did we see doing this last week? Was it Pumper?
Yes, and it was someone playing the Krieg all the time on the T side.
That was it. Sorry, well, both, I suppose.
Let me double check. I can tell you.
That was fun to watch. We spoke about the AK spray and how you know, it takes a little bit of getting used to. So we had a player who was very keen on the Org, very keen on the Krieg. We'll see if we'll get something similar here out of Lucky. As we know, I'm a big fan of the AUG, but it's definitely not the most popular gun in the world to use.
No, there's been a few people picking up more so into CS2 because they're not liking the AK, which is fair enough. I honestly hate the AK changes that they've done, which... yeah, the spray's not as easy to handle. Either way, we move on. Spray comes through. Lucky gets tagged down heavily to 68 HP, but he stays alive, and he's able to peek down in towards this highway position. Maka is on site on A with that XM, so it's important to keep an eye on how he positions this, because he's currently obviously only got flash left. So they're very weak with their util. You can see he was checking over towards the spawn in case there was some extra utility dropped, but fortunately not. The last smoke is used. And now Execution looking to come in over towards A, smoking towards Donuts. It's not being a follow-up though. So you can see sort of trying to bait out all the utility they can, whilst not dedicating themselves anywhere. Molly towards mid, Mutrus. Just be careful, he peeks in, he's going to get dropped. The call is made, they now know that there's at least 2 people in that position, which means A should be relatively open, in which it is. Pushes off guard, you judge, the spray finds one, but Lucky with a double kill with the AUG and Maka. To put them away, gets a kill, and picks up the AWP.
AUG supremacy, baby. I love it. I love it. Nice little 3k there, as you said. Not going to be looking to keep that into the next round, however. Going to rather upgrade here. So not quite the same situation we saw previously. Makes a lot of sense. They've done some damage to Soar's economy. Not so much to break them just yet. But it's a good step in the right direction.
If you're kind of new to Counter-Strike, a few years ago there was a change in the price of the AUG, and which it became a, you know, a worthwhile gun. There's a video which, if you just Google AUG, oh my god, Ajay through the smoke, catches Roman off guard. If you Google AUG, a video will come up, which is essentially, oh, my phone just Google searched it. That's hilarious. Alright, Doche does fine exercises, looking pretty good for them. I'll get to that point in a moment, but for now, we are seeing a good approach from Soar, just dissecting Look for AUG's defenses, who were looking good into this round. They had a full purchase and were able to win that previous one, but this time round, in this round, they've just been getting shut down, so they have to save from heroes to zeros. But yes, go search for that video and watch it, and it's kind of funny. And it represents some of the players like Story who are coming into this with an AUG of their own. Sam, Soar, are they going to be taking this to the third map? They are comfortable in this map.
Seems like Looking4Org should have kept the AUG. Can they change their name to Looking4Org? That would be amazing. But yes, I firmly believe the map 3 is coming. So far, it's a great map for Soar. Unfortunate. One of those guns getting taken away. Not what Looking4Org were hoping for. And I mean, the funny thing is that this is literally like night and day. So we were looking at Anubis, and I was saying Looking4Org rushing onto site, full aggression, taking control of the space, and Soar just kind of floundering on CT. Now it's the exact opposite. Soar are putting in so much pressure, and Looking4Org just don't have a response at the moment. They just get overrun and crumble under the pressure so quickly at the start of the round. We do see them taking a timeout, however. Good time to do so. We are round 6, exactly halfway through the half, so we're at a quarter of the way through. Theoretically, assuming we don't go overtime. No better time, I suppose, to try and turn it around.
Yeah. Any later, it kind of starts to lose its value. I'm definitely... I am a bit disappointed that we didn't see overtime on Anubis, because Soar definitely had the potential to push that issue, but they just kept floundering, and Aristotle was just dropping the ball over and over again. But let's see. I don't think this one will go to overtime, but maybe Looking4Org will pick themselves up and change that decision on my side. But by exercise, he drops. Lucky goes in for the trade, but the damage is done and the position is given up. They've got obviously players over towards the CT now to retake, and time is going to have to tick down. These Molly's going to push back. Maka not able to connect their shots. Can't really see anyone either. Flash worked perfectly. Flashed all 3 players into the CT. Ujak beat round. Finds no kills yet. Eventually gets one. And the second one to follow it up. And the damage is done. This has to be a save once again. Lucky going to fade away. This is not looking good for Looking4Org. Saw are just doing fantastic executions.
Oof, yeah. Definitely painful. I mean, just looking at this round, they rush in onto the site, they get the first kill. Yes, it's traded, but at that point they've overrun the site. Looking4Org still need to rotate in. And with the amount of utility that Saw had, we saw how many Molotovs were getting tossed out. 2 Molotovs towards Donut, a Molotov out towards CT spawn in Connector. And they deny any sort of space to try and retake with. Because they use so little util to get into the site. They just crack open and annihilate whoever's there. People very much... I don't know how they get back into this. You know, part of me is like, well, maybe they play retake. Maybe they try and fade out some of that utility. That might help.
I will say they were just not being... They just weren't getting any kind of opportunity to push in. I mean, Maka, he took a couple of shots in towards the site, but even then he didn't really have any sidelines immediately. And then by the time he did, it was too late because the counter utility was coming in and they would deny the position. Exercise had to do a lot better when they pushed in. That was the real answer there. Stronger defense. Retakes, great and all, but I think you have to think about it. Talking of which, I do appreciate this defense over towards B, but now that they've spent a lot of time here, they kind of need to change things up, and you can see they're doing exactly that. Jericho is switching on over towards A. And this could work out in their favor, because you can, at least, we know that there's a presence in towards mid, maybe even over towards A, but instead it's going to be all 4 players going up in towards this mid position, and then following up is going to be Ujax. Lucky's in a good counter position at the moment, but for how long we'll have to wait and see, because it should get smoked off. No, they're doing it slowly. This execution, this decision making is interesting. Instead of going in for that straight out mid position, they've instead going through caves. Maka's going to be there to meet them, but who's going to come out on the better side? He finds the first shot. Story going to be following it up, but the kill comes from Ujak. He's going to be in a good position to find a kill, but no, Ujak swings on through, gets the initial kill, and that is the side lost. Lucky trying to shut this down, finds the initial one, but the trade just comes on through. Behind is going to be Exercise with the Org, finds the kill, the bomb does get planted. 2v2 situation, Joko trying to turn this around, finds a double. Second round on the board here, Sam, so badly needed, and Maka finding that first kill was crucial.
I love this. Saw trying to go for what I would call anti-conditioning, I guess. Like, they do these fast, aggressive hits so consistently, taking a lot of that mid control, and then they go, you know what, we're just gonna hit the brakes. I'm gonna slow it right the hell down. Inch our way over towards the site. Really get in Looking4Org's heads. Really put them on edge. And Looking4Org, sure, there's a little bit of fumbling there. There's a little bit of uncertain moments where you're like, are they gonna pull this through? But very, very well played right at the end there, that retake. Managing to clutch out that round, and now it's a double AWP. This is not a map that you see double AWP on particularly often, and it's so risky.
Yeah, retaking with an AWP, not the one. But let's see if they can deny that from happening. They did have a good retake. You asked for it, you called for it, and they delivered. They also had a decent defense. Exercise flicks up. They both tag each other. 16 and 17 HP. Sure, why that variance, but happens no less. Lots of utility getting used here. Lucky in towards Donut. You can hear them throwing that util. So he's waiting on the other side of this smoke. Maka up in towards Red Room, just around. Oh my god, spots the player, goes in for another one while he goes down. Both of them tagged down heavily. Hachi, good positioning towards waiting for them to peek in. Headshots are connecting. Aristotle going to be doing something here for Sort, something he was unable to accomplish on the previous map, but he falls a little bit too short. That's the bomb dropped. That is the round almost certainly lost, but let's see if Mutrus can turn this around. He's got a lot of experience, they now know where he is at. Finds the first kill. This highway position. That is going to be his end. He didn't have the full HP, so MP9 does reign supreme.
Oh, I saw some Michael Jackson peeking. in mid there. The hee-hee peak, as it has been dubbed.
It shouldn't be a thing, actually, in this patch.
I mean, I saw it. that AWP shot. I think one of the reasons that it like went astray was because you could see the body had gone further forward than the legs.
Yeah, so they kind of changed it, but they didn't quite fix it. They essentially changed it from the Michael Jackson to the Shakira.
Oh, cool.
Did you see on Twitter, Counter-Strike actually changed their banner to the like Michael Jackson slanted? That is so good. Oh, Mac is able to get a kill. They need to try and do something here, and that's exactly what happens. Mac is able to find the kill, but Aristotle with the double headshots with the Deagle. Roman going to come up behind on Exercise. He is in a difficult, horrible position. Pistol comes out, though. It's going to be the 5-7. He's going to be able to find one, not the double, though. Instead, Yoko is going to be able to find the AWP player, and that is the round. The 4th round, Sam. It's so crucial. One away from the equalizer.
And very close to the half as well. 3 rounds left here. If I've done my maths correctly. Yes, 3 rounds left. And Looking4Org, I mean, winning rounds, super important, but winning them very closely. Like, Lucky only has 3.5k coming into this round, so they need to be very careful about this next round. If they lose this round, sure, Maka's got quite a bit of cash on him at the very least, but it is going to be very tight. Exercise down to 0, right? So this is a very, very important round for Looking4Org. But on the flip side, it's the same for Saw. Losing this round could very well break their economy. Maybe upgraded pistols because they've got the streak going.
Oh, Maka has a shot he should have hit instead. Loses that position. Yoko goes down. Looking4Org. Have to be careful here. They need at least the 6 rounds on this half, I think. Not quite sure how they're going to deal with the T-slide. Maybe they'll be able to try and dominate. So they are fairly strong on this map, especially on their, well, CT slide. Because this is a CT-sided map, but MR12 is T-sided. Maka gets a kill on a Roman through that mid position. Hadji's going to be playing aggressive in towards Red Room. On the other side of the smoke, Ujerks does back off. I thought he was going to remain, but instead he falls back. Lucky cashes in his card. Now the rotation comes in through Jaguar / Caves and one on site already. Story should be able to get the bomb down, and if he just goes YOLO for it, he should be able to get it planted. Mac up, peeking on in, waiting to deliver some information. Smoke goes down. This means he's able to pass this on over. Bomb planted. Counter flash from Story. Essentially could have waited for that, actually. Very little utility. Only 1 flash left on Aristotle. Boost. Maybe I'll come through, maybe not. Molly on the back of side. Actually, just 2 of them going to be pushing through towards CT. They fire 2. Maka peeks on through, gets the kill. He knows another one's over here, and he's now going to be the last one left alive in a 1v2. From heroes to zeros, potentially, but never mind. He's here to stay, here to slay. Touches the bomb. Aristote's going to be playing with the sound. He charges off through. The shot is missed, and the bomb will go off after Aristotle executes Maka.
And then dies to the bomb.
I loved how he was like, yeah, you can take another shot. You're going to miss.
It's alright, buddy. You know what? You're scoping in. You're getting your aim. Don't worry about it, man. Alright, you ready? You good? You good? Done.
Oh.
A gentleman's agreement. You know, just let me get the bullet in, man. Just let me... Okay, I'm ready. Ah, goddamn. And despite winning that round, Saw are still in trouble. 2 MAC-10s. Okay, to be fair, Looking4Org, not much better. 2 rounds left in this half. Still got the AWP.
MAC-10 is a fantastic gun, especially on this map. You can do a lot with it. Maka does find 1 counter flash that actually works really well, but the MAC-10's coming through, but completely blinded. Maka's still able to find a couple of kills here. Joko going to be going in for the counter peek here with his up 5-7, unable to connect the shots. It's going to be Roman tearing him down. Muterus with the MAC-10 himself going to be charging on his. Going to be the shotgun taking him down, but the trades coming in thick and fast. 1 player left. It's going to be Exercise. He's got the shotgun and a pistol. In a 1v2, eventually picks up the AWP, gets the kill. Roman left with 23 HP. And the Galil gets it. damage, but 50 HP. It's still going to be enough for Exercise to win that round. I'm not even sure what happened there. Just pure chaos. But what I will say is, rewatch that because Maka was playing out of his mind to be able to try and control that situation and got multiple kills out of it.
Yeah, I mean, they had no right winning that round. I will say, like, the amount of value that came out of that shotgun is so dumb. It's so dumb. And then Exercise pulls out the AWP, and I saw it slide to the left.
Yeah.
He clutches it out. I didn't think he was going to do it, man. 1v3, and then being able to bring that down to the 2, pick up the AWP, gets the second. I'm like, surely the third guy gets him, but no. What a clutch.
Jericho peeking on through, headshot delivers, and the damage from the highway, they're coming through. The shotgun tries its best, but at that distance, you're just throwing water at your enemies. Lucky turns around, catches Mucius off guard. Good half so far, 6-6. We're going to go into a quick break. We'll be back very shortly.
Well, wouldn't you know it, another 6-6 half between these two teams. A great comeback from Looking4Org towards the end of that half. Some interesting shenanigans with XMs and hee peaks. But we'll see what the second half holds for us, as Saw will now begin their CT side.
Well, no shotguns on this round because it is the pistol round. Maybe we should change the sawn-off shotgun to a pistol. Just so everyone can buy one pistol round. P250 on Maka. There is no diffuse kit though that I can see, unless it's bugged. I don't think there would. No,
Only toxic
thing, 'cause
people
there's
buy diffuse
armor.
kits on pistol rounds, Tom.
What's interesting is, so Roman bought Julies and chucked them over to one of the other players here so they can have Julies and armor. That's interesting. Alright. Story going to be coming through here. It's going to be lucky on Aristotle. Looks like those Julies were a waste. Ajay coming on through as well. Maka. This is looking absolutely beautiful. What fantastic execution. Mutra's last one left. What were you doing, Maka? It was like turning around, taking the shots. Now Mutra's last one left alive and a 1v2 here. Unfortunately for him, though, Exercise is here to finish the deal. I'm so confused why Aristotle was doing that. Wait, it wasn't him. It was Maka, sorry.
Reloading? Question mark? I don't know. I will say that, like, Looking4Org just got such free real estate there. The fact that they're able to push in from long, donut, and from the CT spawn is just so dumb. And they collapse in onto the sides, and okay, eventually they get a little bit of a backstab. But ultimately it wins them the round. Fair play, I guess. Well done to you. And this is what I was talking about, right? So Saw could maybe, like, force into some upgraded pistols here, but no, they don't. Next round, they come with rifles. Easy peasy. Maybe.
And I mean, for anyone just joining us, Looking4Org have been on a hot streak. They beat out Spirit recently. They've just been doing really well. 5 series they've won recently, back to back to back. If they can make it 6 versus Saw, that'd be good, because it will also break the fact that they've not beaten Saw in a long time. They've had Saw since they changed their roster, right?
Yeah.
Spray's coming through, and it is a slaughterfest from these Galils. I'll tell you what, Famouses, Galils, love them in CS2. Galil's always been good in like in CSGO, but coming into this, it's very solid.
I'm Looking4Org going to be happy with that one.
There you go.
Oh, is it happening?
Story.
Oh, there we go. I was like looking at Looking4Org, and I'm like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There you go. Story, in fact, this time around. Org on the board.
Double molly coming down in towards this mid position. Lucky chucking the smoke down, maybe a little bit too close to where they ideally needed it. Talking about Famouses, Roman has one. Does an initial bit of damage, and Hadjay has to duck away, just trying to stay alive. Roman. Another smoke goes out from him. There's a decent amount of information as well. Oh my god, through the wall! Oh, Roman, he's happy with that.
Disgusting.
Wall bangs. Those bloody one of yous.
Arbitrary, blind, you know, shiggles wallbangs that get value, right? Those are the ones that just go, nah.
It's also really dangerous to do that kind of thing with the Famous, because you've got 25 bullets. So you have to be careful with when and where you spray. Similar to the A1. Obviously the Famous does less damage. Oh, look at this. They've already found their way on towards Ace. There's going to be a retake. 4v4 situation on there. That's a close line. Aristotle, but he's going to be able to find 1 kill at least. Maybe a double. Not going to happen. Molly out in towards the season. Story's already going to be out, but he doesn't account for this. He saw the positioning and angle from that Molotov. Didn't expect the player to be in that position. Back away, Mutus, what you can! But instead, thanks to him being spotted, the spray comes through and his teammate is dropped in the same process. Udrux pushing through the smoke. Deleted. Looking4Org, they're done fucking around.
Alright, Tom. I got, like, whiplash from that. Yeah, fair enough. You know, sometimes you gotta, like, punctuate how serious it is. Looking4Org looking to punctuate this map. In fact, the Saw now take a timeout. And this is so different from what we saw from Looking4Org on Anubis. Anubis was hard, fast executes. Util coming in super quickly, flushing out players, quick sight takes. This time around, low and slow. Get a little bit of ground here, get a bit of ground there. You know, install someone in a flank, move over to another site. Like, it's been really good. As much as they struggled a little bit in the first half, they brought it back. This is looking very clean. And so that was their gun round. Now they're back down onto pistols, and this is the big punisher with what we were talking about with the economy. Now, sure, they can upgrade their pistols, but it's not exactly a rifle or even an SMG. This is a really tough position to be in.
5-7's going to do a lot of damage, but only if they're positioned correctly. Mutrus does find one. The trait going to be coming in very quickly, though, and that also means the gun was not... I love seeing the smokes being used like this. I know a lot of people... There is actually a lot of people who don't like this change to the smokes, but I think it works very well. Second one comes through. Roman's going to be holding this close position. Headshot's going to land. Same from Ujux. They're going to be able to recover a gun as well. Maybe not. Okay, there you go. Nope, they can't quite get it. Molotov comes out. But Roman's going to be playing around this angle. Exercise chucks the utility. They now know he's here. He's going to be charging around through, owning to his own demise. From behind, Story dives in, gets the headshot. Actually left alone. Realizing he doesn't even... He doesn't expect this player to be here. The spray is terrible, but he still lands it in the end. I'm not going to blame him for that. Now... kind of in a stalemate. Haji half expecting the aggressive push, but Story does take an angle, and unfortunately for Haji, the aggression works out for Story.
Clean from Story as well, doesn't even lose a modicum of HP. I know everybody chat all together now. E-code! Saw had no right winning that round. Looking4Org getting a little bit overconfident there, pushing out into mid. And just getting obliterated. Start moving over towards B. And again, I mean, they're installing somebody in the back line. Somebody pushes through mid, pushes through the CT spawn, trying to find a good position to backstab. By the time he gets there, his whole team is dead. Now it's a force from Looking4Org. Decent little bit of weaponry. There you go.
Yeah. That boost is mandatory from them. Roman coming in. Able to play aggressive, get the initial kill, but he's going to be low HP. Cut off from his teammates. For now, and Maka, free kill of the Stories. He peeks on through, in towards Caves as well. Misses the shot, but follows it up. Gets it in the end. 2 players left on this side, but Maka, he's feeling it. He's confident. He's comfortable with this AWP now. He was missing shots left, right, and center over on Anubis, but into this one, he's been doing so well. Now, Aristotle, last one left alive, and one at V4 Lucky, holding up the rear, waiting to push in towards mid. As soon as he hears a player sort of go active, maybe he'll push a little bit more early. The headshot comes through, it's not going to be a kill. Now Aristotle realizes he's in a whole world of pain, and Maka in towards mid, should find the kill. There we go.
Alright, Looking4Org back on form. Had a bit of a rough round. We're not maybe expecting the pistol rush out of mid. But they scrape something together in that last round there. And to be fair, it wasn't terrible. It was AWP, 3 rifles, 1 Tech 9. But it works out. Win the round pretty cleanly as well. So they're actually taking their 3rd timeout now. Like, they have their backs so thoroughly up against the ropes at this point. And they have no answers. And their economy is busted again. They just cannot string anything together. There's no cash to play with here. We might see them go for a couple of upgrades. We did see them do it a few rounds back. Mutrus has got 4K, so we could maybe see a hero rifle come out if they wanted to. And the worst part is that losing this round, like Looking4Org are already on double digits. So you can't allow your economy to slip even further than it already is. But you also can't really afford to give rounds away. They're in a really tight spot.
Yeah, upgraded pistols make sense. Not the CZ though. I will never, ever feel good about people buying that gun. Mutra's going to be pushing up, 5-7 in hand. Should have an opportunity to cut these players down. They walk into his crosshairs, but he, unfortunately, only finds one. Was it worth it? We'll have to wait and see. Well, Aristotle unable to get that kill. Gets a bit of damage. Story pushing down mid. He's got Roman with him as well, but this retake's not going to work with just pistols, to be honest, especially when Exercise is here. Just going to be shutting them down. Realizes it's a 5-7, still pushes aggressive. Now it's Ujax with the 5-7. He does find one, but even if Haji hadn't killed him there, he would have had to spend about half an hour reloading that gun.
I mean, they might let him do it, to be honest. You know, we've seen some very kind moments of allowing people to reload their guns, so maybe, just maybe. Yeah, what more is there to say? Gun rounds now for Saw, and this is do or die. To set the stakes for you, with 3 players on 50 and 2 players on 0, losing this round puts Looking4Org on map and series points and destroys Saw's economy. And that's that, folks. Saw have to win this round, or it is a 2-0.
Oh my god. How did he survive that with 2 HP? Come on. Definitely should get shot through the smoke here. No, he stays alive for now. Exercise doesn't. Aristotle making full use of this smoke. Mutrus, you have to be careful. Go for those initial shots. Back off. Aristotle is hungry for more. He realizes, honestly, that he let down the team on Anubis, and he's been bringing it back in form on this map. Which I'm not surprised about. He has proven that he can be versatile on this one. But Looking4Org, they won the first map. If they win this one, that's it. If they don't, it goes to Overpass. And in current form, I have a feeling Looking4Org might just be able to walk away with it.
Yeah, this was the big worry coming into this particular matchup. Saw have looked a bit shaky recently.
Story in hand. He has to hit this initial shot, but the smoke from the nade blocks his sight. And now Maka holding the counter position, actually going to be playing aggressive in towards CT. The bomb looking to get planted very soon. Nade's going to be coming through. There's only 3 players left, and Hachi's very low. Story's changed position, gets the kill. Maka's dropped. It's now only going to be 2. They don't even have 60 HP between them, and Mutrus just pushes on, finds the kill, and now last man remaining is Haji. Does a lot of damage, finds 2. Can he be the 2 HP hero? That's going to be the real question here. Chucks in the nade, Mutrus. Try him down early on, but it's going to be Roman from behind. Gets the kill, they get the 8th round, and they get to live for another day, but look at their money.
A stay of execution here for Saw. They give themselves the slightest of lifelines and an opportunity to maybe string a few more rounds together. That is the 2nd round they've picked up on this half, which is not ideal. They definitely wanted to come out with a lot more. And like you said, right, the money is a problem for both teams, in fact. Exercise with a deagle, U-jerks. Okay, I mean, it's not the end of the world. It would be nice to have something a little bit beefier than that if you could get.
Red room, they're going to be pushing Lucky. Does get shut down. Saw supposed to be able to try and take this round, but it could all change within an instance. Mutrus stays alive, doesn't get any damage done. Smoke goes down as well. Maka, Montero, Starche, this is potentially the end for them. Saw if they're not careful here. Smoke goes down, bomb planted, retake scenario coming through in towards highway. Haji shuts down this opposition. Roman couldn't answer back, not enough time. Exercise in towards the smoke at the moment. Ujok's on the other side of this. He doesn't even quite realize that they could absolutely deleted Story. Last one left alive, and he knows he has to win this. Smoke goes out. In a 1v2 situation, they just won't get for the trade, but instead they play aggressive.
I was a little worried about how that was going to go. Initial molly goes too deep, completely clears Mutrus's head. So now he's trapped, but he gets that first kill. Position known, he's got an opportunity. He could potentially, but he misses the shots. And then they start circling in. They start pushing in towards that A site. Utility to keep people off of the bomb site. And I thought Saul could do it. I thought they had a chance. And it's Looking4Org who just shut down every point of ingress. It's a full MP9 round here. The force from Sword to come through. Map and series point. Looking4Org have never beaten, the core of this roster have never beaten Sword before. They're looking to make a statement here.
And yeah, I mean, this French roster, they're looking really good. Some good consistency across these two maps. Being able to come back from the brink in moments in where they've had their economy broken, and they're able to bring it back. It's a good sign. So it'll be good for them to be able to win this, but then go on and prove themselves against tougher opponents. Aristotle J. A key component here to deny this. He's able to call out the fake, but the rotation's not come out from his teammates, though. You can see they're still playing in towards the A site. One in donut. And here he comes out. You can see there's been no real reaction to this fake from Saw. They've not adapted to it. Now they have. They finally have someone going and exploring, but with MP9s, you have to get the rotation on fast. I'm looking for Org doing exactly what Saw did on their T side in one of their rounds. Oh, coming up now from behind mid. This could be a kill under here. Story gets the first one. Haji gets the opener over towards the B side. No one else is going to be there in time. Maybe they will. It's going to be Roman onto the side. Going to be able to find one. They're going to be pushing to the smoke. He has to try and stay alive, and instead he falls a little bit too soon. Story and Mutris, last two left alive. Gonna have to try and fight this from a distance. Mutris gonna be pushing towards the smoke. He's up close first towards this player. They're going for sprays, and well, the AK reigns supreme. Story, last one left alive on the other side of the smoke. They know where he's at. The shots are heard. They land. Unfortunately, Story is left without an option. There's just no way he can really win this. He hears the shots run out, but doesn't matter. GG, well played. That is going to be Looking for Org, winning that last round. 3 players staying alive. I honestly saw they had to change it up. They had to act a little bit faster on the information they had. They could hear the fake happening, and they could actually even see it thanks to Aristote's position on that boosted spot.
And this is one of the things that we really highlighted at the start of the broadcast. Saw were already looking shaky last week against a team that was going through some serious roster upheaval, and they just barely scraped the win through. Looking for Org were on a 5-win streak, now on a 6-win streak, beating out some really impressive teams. Big, Aurora, Spirit. They've been putting in a lot of work. I would not be surprised if we see this team making it to playoffs, maybe even making a fairly deep run of it. They've really done well. And for Saw, I mean, this is very disappointing. This is a team that's been a staple of Tier 2 for the longest time, and they looked very, very shaky today.
Yeah, I say they need to make changes, but I'm not sure what players they pick up at the moment. It's the Wild West out there at the moment, with everyone sort of trying to work out what they're doing for the next major coming up. Well, the qualifiers start in January, if I remember correctly. And I mean, look for Org, they're good, but they also have their own issues. So this could be the run that convinces everyone that, okay, this lineup is actually right, and that the fact that they've stuck together for so long, and with obviously no Org, is, you know, maybe why they could be deserving of getting picked up. They've been going through a rough patch previous to this streak they're currently on. So I'm excited to see what they do next. A good series. Obviously, we had a few tech issues throughout the day, but overall, I think both the maps are pleasant to watch. A couple of mistakes here from Saw across the board, which is why obviously they ended up losing. Aristotle did pick up the pace on Ancient, whereas I think he only got 10 kills, if I remember correctly, on Anubis. Whilst he was holding A on CT side, he let down the part in big. But any closing thoughts from yourself?
No, just, looking forward to the rest of the season. Like we said, we've gone back to a group format, so it really is kind of every man for himself. And I'm looking forward to seeing who's going to make it through to the playoffs.
All right, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. That's going to be it from us, and hopefully you enjoy the next couple of weeks of CSGO, or CS rather. We have a lot of good action, including I Am Sydney, so I'll see you there in the chat.
love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.